Chapter 1. He uses the same tricks over and over. I've given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. Luke 10:19. Once when our family was vacationing in Key West, I decided to splurge on a shark excursion. Aboard the boat, I was delighted by the sea air and thrilled to see something up close that I had previously only seen on TV. The crew poured ripped fish into the water and explained that the blood would draw the sharks near to the boat. Immediately, the sharks appeared behind the bow and feasted on the fish. We took pictures, fascinated to be near something so dangerous. At the time, we were living in Mexico, and my experience with dangerous animals was limited to the stray dogs in our neighborhood. I would carry rocks in my hand when I went running and preemptively throw them when I felt threatened. It made me feel powerful to know I was sending the message, "Don't mess with me, dogs," even if they were already planning on letting me run by. Watching the sharks devour the bloody fish, a thought entered my mind. This must be what the Smith family feels like. We love the Smiths, who I imagined felt just like those fish. They had experienced an unexpected tragedy, and instead of being left alone to heal, things were going from bad to worse. A child struggling with the injustice of life and turning to drugs. Their marriage straining under the pressure and loss. Bodies breaking down under stress. Everything costing time, money, sleep, and margin. They were metaphorically bleeding in the water as the sharks continued to circle. This is how the enemy works. He is drawn to blood. When he sees a body breaking down, he doubles down and attacks the marriage or the mind. He doesn't leave us alone when we are bleeding off to attack something healthy instead. He sees a chance for possible total destruction. Injury, whether physical, relational, emotional, or spiritual, attracts him. Satan uses the same tricks over and over and over again. There are no original stories. He uses sex, money, pride. He uses deceit, selfishness, anxiety. We can read throughout both Testaments stories of everyday people who didn't understand the deception they were under. The combination of our own weakness within, the world around, and the devil nearby creates havoc and derails God's plan for our lives. If we'll keep our eyes open for Satan, we'll become more comfortable wading into the dark and turning on the light. He's counting on us being scared of the dark, or being afraid that in some way another person's pain is contagious, so we don't linger. I get most tired or discouraged when I think it's up to me to save someone or something. I've made this rookie mistake more times than I want to recount. I was certain if I didn't do something, all would be lost. I now know better. There is only one shelter to rest under. There is only one Savior who died on a cross. Anything I offer, I do as his ambassador. He does the prompting, calling, empowering, rescuing, and saving. Jesus forgives, directs, comforts. He provides answers. He convicts. This is all his job. I can step into a role that isn't mine far too easily, especially when someone willingly puts me there. But I won't do it again. The consequences are grave. Hard stories should draw us to Jesus, not to man. We're at our best when we continually reinforce this truth. I can want to give someone something or meet a need only God can, but doing so ends up making the story messier. Whether I am frustrated with a chapter of a story I'm invested in or unhappy with the timing of something, I have no choice but to rest in the truth that he is sovereign. It's the evidence of a powerful faith. Trust him and his timing. If he allowed it, he has a purpose for it. If something or someone isn't moving on our timetable, we can trust God, who has a better perspective. He is working on what we cannot see. The peace I crave sits on top of this truth. He is in control. Witnessing the struggles of our friends, the Smiths, was the first time I remember being weary of putting on my spiritual armor and waiting for the devil to attack, hoping the belt or the helmet was in place. Why did he get to go first? What would a counterattack look like? What kind of repellent is out there? Or what first punch could I throw that would scare the sharks away like my rock throwing did for the dogs?